What was your reaction when you found out you were going to be headed here?
I mean, pretty much the same as everybody else. It definitely caught me off guard, but I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
How'd you find out? Was it a social media thing?
Oh yeah. I definitely will say, I'm happy I didn't find out through social media. Was able to, have my conversation with the GM, the head coach. A ton of respect to them. And I was able to say my goodbyes to everybody. It was a very emotional day, but like I said, I'm excited to be here, and now I'm where my feet are.
Is there anything you can do, or what have you been doing to acclimate yourself here, where if you're called on to go on Sunday, you feel you can?
Say one more time.
What have you been doing extra, or in addition to what you normally would do, to make yourself ready to go on Sunday if you're called upon?
Just a ton of studying. Obviously, I'm coming from an offense where, I knew all the plays, and stepping into an offense where I know none. And, in the middle of the season, everybody's pretty much caught up to speed, and, now my job is to try to catch them, and try to get up to speed as fast as possible. And that's truly all I've been doing.
Do you see this as an opportunity, fresh start, new team,
Yeah.
just to kind of show what you can do?
I feel like every day is an opportunity, but like I'm excited, for what's ahead. It's always a plan. The story is already written, so I'm excited to attack each and every day and try to become the best player I can for the team.
What do you think happened with the Colts? You were getting less action, and less targets. What was the dynamic there?
Just a crowded room. Everybody can't go, and I don't feel any ill way towards the Colts organization. At the end of the day, they took a chance on me at 52, and I'm grateful to the Irsay family. I'm grateful for the GM Ballard for taking a chance on me and the head coach. So I hate that it didn't work out, but like I said, I'm excited to be here. I'm where my feet are at, and every day I'm just thinking of how can I be the best player, person, and teammate for the team.
The Jets insisted that you be a part of the trade. Like, what does that mean to have a team that was like, we're trading away this all-pro corner, but we want to make sure we get back somebody like you?
I feel like it was just the best business decision. That's the main word I've been hearing. That this is a business. At the end of the day, and I feel like it was the best business decision. I feel like the Colts made an offer that they just couldn't turn down, in my opinion. So, I'm excited to be here. Excited to see all these new people. Get to know everybody, and just be the best me I can.
For Jets fans who haven't seen your play, just how would you describe yourself as a player?
How would I describe myself? A winner.
Aaron Glenn said you were in high school with his daughter. Did you know
Yeah,
her?
I didn't know that. I actually gotta have a couple conversations with him. My first conversation, he told me that he was very familiar with the Missouri City area, and I may have went to school with his daughter. So we got a lot of things to talk about, man.
But you didn't know her. You didn't know her.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
What's your relationship with Arian? You guys played with
Yeah.
Georgia, right?
Yeah. Shoot. I came up with Arian. My first 2 years of college I spent with him, and he a dog, man. He brings a different element to the game that you can't teach. So yeah, shout out my dog, man.
Was he one of the first people you heard from when the news came out?
Nah, honestly,
Probably
I
not
couldn't really
text,
tell you who the first person I heard from, but that's my dog.
What was your playing time like this year with the Colts? Like, when were you going in? What was the rotation like? Can you describe how they were using you?
No, not for real.
I mean, were you going in sometimes, or were you not playing that much?
I mean, I'd have to go and look at the PFF stats and data on that. I couldn't really tell you, but I could tell you that I'm happy to be here. I'm where my feet are at, and I love every minute I'm here. So, yeah, that's all I got.
You're a big PFF guy?
No, not at all.
What were your emotions like when you heard about the trade?
I mean, of course, it's the second time this season, right? So it wasn't like just opportunistic. I'm more of an optimist, so it was just more opportunistic.
What's been like getting up to speed since you got here?
Not as bad as the last transition, just because it's like I think similar playbooks that I've been in. So a lot of words are familiar, so it's not as hard than going to a system where they use completely different verbiage and everything means nothing to you. So this one has been a little bit easier.
Obviously, you're going from a team that's up here to a team that's struggling. But do you see this as a chance for you to maybe make a mark here, just to have that opportunity?
Yeah. Regardless, I think it's always an opportunity. Whichever team, wherever you are, I think it's always an opportunity, and I think it's just a matter of how you handle business. I think you really look to make an impact on whatever team you're on, whether it's a really good team or whatever you want to call it. But I think it's about the individual and how you go about your business.
Do you think you're up to speed enough to contribute this week if they call on you?
I'm just doing my best to kind of get up to speed to be able to fluidly move with the offense. As far as the decision to be out there and be up there, that's not in my control. Controlling what I can, which is putting in as much time as I can, trying to catch up to speed with everybody.
What was your role like in Philly? I know they have a very talented receiver room. How are they using you? Is it just a situation where they just had so many players that it was hard to get on the field a ton?
Yeah, I think situation there, just like you said, they have a lot of really good players on offense. So it's just a matter of trying to spread the ball out, and sometimes that can be good, sometimes that can be bad. So there was just one of those things where there's just so many guys that they were trying to spread the ball to. That's pretty much all I can say there.
For Jets fans who haven't seen a lot of you, just how would you describe yourself as a receiver?
As a receiver, I think really versatile. I think bring a really good physical attitude, not just in the pass game, but in the run game. I think really well-rounded, not really boxed into one role. I think, since college, been able to do kind of everything I've been asked to do or called to do, in the moments. So I think just versatility.
Moving around like you have between three teams, your upbringing, I was reading about you, you moved a lot. I think Taiwan, Ghana, Canada, United States. Does that help you adjust to new places and new situations?
Yeah, I don't really know anything else, so for sure, that's kind of all I know. Moving around has kind of been a part of my upbringing. So to me, it's pretty I'm kind of used to it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas as opposed to somebody that's only lived one place their whole life, I'm sure moving around could be a big change to them. But I've kind of, like you said, it's been a part of my upbringing. So I'm sure it's helped me. But I only know one way. So